Hey guys, welcome back. It's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. So today's article comes out of Now the End Begins. Let's get into it. Okay, so out of everything I could be talking about today, out of all the WW3, the World War III articles that are just literally plastered all over the place, we got Tucker over in Russia trying to get or got an interview. We've got people thinking that North Korea is going to fire. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that's happening, and it's not getting, I would say, any better. It's just waiting to see who pulls the trigger. We have probably, I read a quote, the single piece of greatest technology that's come out that I think is like a tipping scale into a transhumanist agenda, which will, which people don't believe will come to pass, but it's like this merging and putting even more distance between the person and society. So with all being said, let's read it. The release of the Apple Vision Pro ushers in a dystopian world where humans and computers are irreversibly connected, as long as we've warned you, as we have long warned you. So here's the article. It says here, by charging $3,500 for a souped-up headset, Apple is telling us exactly what the Vision Pro is. This isn't a toy for normal people. It's a dystopian device for a dystopian world. We've seen the idea of going, like, people. I think people got charged. Some men or somebody got charged for doing very not so nice things to a woman in a virtual reality space, and it was sexual in nature, even though it was digital, right? And the fact that you could even do that, right? You could vaping, right? Like a cigarette, you're vaping, and it was like, what? How is this even possible? Like, can you be flagged for this? Because it's not really like physical, but it's digital. And so the fact is, there's this space. You got NFTs, you got CBDCs, you've got this reality where we want to get away from reality to step into something new where we can be somebody else. I've talked about this so many times and done many articles over it. This even goes into the idea of Neuralink, which Elon just had his first success story like last week or something like that. But the idea of living in a virtual reality world where this is not enough, and you're connected. It is like you're like a cyborg. It is another version of yourself, or the version you want to be, living in a world where you can wear these goggles and pretty much do whatever you want to do if it's possible. You can watch all kinds of movies, listen to music. Everything is like here. You could watch. I mean, like, just, you can get as dark as you want, as perverted as you want. You can just go to all kinds of places. So it says here, the 1999 movie Revelation 2 Apocalypse showed us a dystopian world. It's about to go into the time of the Great Tribulation. In it, they presented a novel way of administering the mark of the beast using a VR headset. I'd never seen it. Here we are 25 years later, and the world has moved much closer to the reality brought to us by the company whose first computer sold for $666. That's right. Whose logo is an apple with a bite missing. Now their Apple Vision Pro mixed reality headset that's enticing you to enter the dystopian end times world. Don't. Scripture here, Revelation 14, verse 11. The smoke of their torment is forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name. So it says, we have long told you that it's a 3-step process to complete the transhumanist master plan. Step 1 was to getting the whole world connected online and in front of a computer. Officially began in 1994. Step 2 is to get a computer on you, beginning in 2007 with the release of the world-changing iPhone. The Vision Pro is a consummation of the second step, and the third and final step will be able to put the technology inside of you. It's began this year, the announcement, the first human implanted by the government-funded Neuralink and Elon Musk. Apple Vision Pro is a great way to celebrate step 3. And I agree. It's an extension of yourself. Like, my phone is an extension. On here is an extension of me. It's got my apps. It's got everything that I need. It's super important to me because I need it. To communicate, to reach out to my wife, to call people in case I'm in danger, to Google something. Like, literally, it is a core to not a core to your being, but a core to, like, move around and do life when you're in a life like this. And that's the West, where we're all connected. And without it, we wouldn't even know how to function anymore. Or how to do, or even how to talk to people, because now everything's serviceable. We can just talk on here and you can hear me and never talk to me in real life. Never build an actual connection. And those things matter. Like, it matters. And I heard somebody on a TikTok the other day talk about mid 2000s and internet is not even, I mean, internet's there, but it's not even like what it is. It's all dial up. Cell phones are hard to come by, or cell phones are there, but people have no idea. There's like apps that are not like that. You have minutes, you have text messages, you have to buy minutes. Um, I mean, like ringtones and hanging out with friends and hanging out with people and what the days would look like, and actual hearing of the birds and like being in a silent moment were those days. Those days feel long gone, long gone. Let's continue. It says here, from CNET, a dad stands awkwardly in the kitchen using his Vision Pro headset to check his email when his daughter, dressed to play soccer, complete with goalie gloves, runs out. She rolls the ball to her dad, who's still wearing the headset, sort of distractedly kicks the ball to her. As a dad who spent a depressing amount of time trying to get rid of their kids so I could spend more time glued to my Apple device, it was relatable and it felt icky. Yeah, that's sad. I don't like that either. It wasn't designed to feel icky. It was supposed to be heartwarming, designed to dispel concerns about the Vision Pro and virtual reality headsets in general. Look, it says the dream is possible. You can still live your life and interact with your family wearing a gigantic, expensive headset on your face. You won't become a hollowed-out shell of a human. The Vision Pro won't suck you into a virtual reality hellscape devoid of human interaction. The Vision Pro isn't an adequately priced smartphone. It isn't an iPad mini. It's press release Apple seemed determined to avoid the word headset, instead of referring it to constantly as a spatial computer. Either way, this isn't fun. A disposable device is widely expensive. MacBooks that cost tens of thousands of dollars, or 17,000 gold Apple Watch, goodness, like one Kanye used to wear. Because of this, the Vision Pro almost certainly has been designed to change, hasn't been designed to change the world in the way the iPhone was. At the price, it simply can't. It's a device for well-paid creatives at best, a status symbol for the mega rich at worst. Expectations. Our expectations are part of the problem. We are on our screens, possibly ignoring our children like morons, waiting for the next big thing. What piece of consumer tech will transform our lives like the smartphone did? There's a large part of us that expects Apple to do this, since the iPhone was a catalyst that helped define how we currently interact with the world. But it's fairly clear that the virtual reality, the augmented reality, will not be that thing. The Vision Pro most certainly won't be that thing. No, the Vision Pro is just another device that some people will buy and others won't. And in a weird way, that's okay, as long as you don't linger on it for too long, which I won't. And then there is the Vision Pro guide. I've seen people wear it. Some people wear it outside. People like relate it to Black Mirror episodes, and relating it to like, this is your life. And I get it. And it makes me feel sad, because I've done that before, where I've been so busy with my devices, moving, working, scrolling, and sometimes I would not neglect my son. I would just like not be fully attentive, and so that's not good, and it's not enough. And so when you have something like this, it just brings like, this isn't you. This is something on you, but not you. Your phone is not you, but it's such an extension of you. It feels like it has to be on you, and that's what this emulates. It emulates, I need to have it because it complements my life in a way. Without it, you would feel, as you continue to use it, you would feel like, okay, my life is less than, and it's not. It's actually greater when we remove these things. But with a transhumanist movement, with Neuralink, with getting into the body and being able to hack that stuff, to bring viruses, to have like cyberpunk type of stuff. I've made videos on this where people have enhancements on their body to long live or bring immortality in some kind of way, in some weird kind of way. If you could transfer your consciousness, like, we just go all kinds of weird places. Technology will, most certainly outlive you in this run, but not in the long run, because you'll live eternally. With that said, these things do bring some kind of dystopian world that we've seen on TV plenty of times, and in movies, where people get lost. They want to change their lives, and this identity is what brings them into it, and it's able to enhance it and make it greater. But the things that I couldn't have, I can have here, and instead of getting that in that physical interaction, you are getting it somewhere else, and it's just temporary, and you'll always have to go back for it, and it will never be satisfying. And this brings people to, one step closer to feeling like you're a god, in some sense, that I'll be able to have technology and wire it into me, and then I'll be able to live longer and have better enhancements. And you just start going down this place where it's like, transhumanism is Satanism. And it's like, it's trying to be God without going to God. And understanding that you could never be God, trying to have all this power, this immortality, another way. That's not actually another way. It's just a damning way. I think the Apple Vision Pro is dope. I think it's awesome. And could I see IT using it? I work in cybersecurity, so I could see us definitely using something like this at some point. Anytime soon? No, but in the future, yeah, I could. And it's these kind of things that even though the price point is $3,500, it's going to come down for sure. It's going to come down, and with that, it's going to make this weird interaction how you interact with the real world. And people are not going to have people skills, and people are going to be further away from people and more isolated, and the enemy comes into isolation, and you're not going to know how to talk to people. You're going to be socially awkward. You're not going to live as long because you don't have any physical contact with somebody. Who cares about having sex physically? I'll just do it online. I'll just have this virtual reality thing happen. Who cares about buying a house when I can just have this rich house and make all this money here, but I have this little rinky-dink thing here, just sitting on your bed and immersing yourself in a world that's not real. But tries to bring these enticing things to you as if they are better than going out for them today and seeking what you have today in the real world. So, yeah, guys. Anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you all think. If you like the video, like the video. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Like the video, drop me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.